I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. Since 2013, First Fridays Ypsilanti have been bringing the community closer through arts and business, and recently they gathered to entertain another facet of the neighborhood. The first annual Ypsi Pride brought the masses to Washington Street in honor of the LGBTQ community.
It's just a bunch of queer people getting together and having a good time, eating, dancing, a bunch of booths everywhere, and it's pretty rad.
We wanted to make Ypsi feel a little bit more safe for those of us who identify as queer or LGBT. And we also thought maybe it was a time to kind of claim that Ypsi Pride name again.
The rainbow-inspired bash welcomed one and all.
We have about 13 or 14 tents of artists or resources. And then on the stage we have several different drag performers, spoken word artists, we had a comedian, and 3 bands. So it's a bit of an eclectic group on our stage tonight.
We're here today taking photos of people, as you can see behind me with the red duct tape, to help spread awareness of bullying and suicide. People who are dealing with the bullying and dealing with suicide can reach out and see all of these people who are saying, I love you, I care about you, I'm here for you, I don't want you to feel alone. To try to create a sense of unity and community through it.
To learn about your community, to learn about the people that live in your community that identify in this way, and it humanizes the community.
I've been dreaming of Ypsi having a pride for years. There's so many queer people here. It was just a matter of a time before they all came together and had a party, you know?
Stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly with more news and information. We all know Ann Arborites are conscious of the environment and the mark we leave on it. To ensure we are staying on the straight and narrow, the city hosts an annual event dedicated to the color green. The Mayor's Green Fair once again was the place to be as patrons enjoyed the downtown while learning ways to be a friend to the environment.
We've got city programs, nonprofits, other exciting events. It's a great time to be out in the summer.
People come and display all that they're doing to protect the environment, work on conservation, and then also they have displays on green technologies, green automobiles, green homes, ways that you can green around everyday living.
There's music, there's good food, and there's a lot of great information.
This year the music and entertainment was like no other.
We're super excited to have a DJ that is powered by pedal power. That way it's entirely sustainable, although of course it requires a certain amount of effort.
Environmental nonprofits like the Huron River Watershed Council and NAP want you to know that your actions make a world of difference.
73 communities where all the rain that falls makes its way eventually to the Huron River. And it's really important because the river is only as healthy as the lands that drain to it. So we want to also work on protecting what happens on the land, but also into the river itself.
Human activity tinkers with the planet more and more. It's conservation that helps keep track of all the pieces, so we don't lose something that is important that we don't even know is missing until it's gone.
This is the most convenient time of year to repair roads, and Ann Arbor has some major passageways getting a facelift this season. Get some road construction updates in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hi, I'm Nick Hutchinson. I'm the city engineer for the city of Ann Arbor, and I'm here today to give you a little bit more information about road construction in the city this year. Starting with the project right behind me, the Stadium Boulevard Reconstruction Project, which started back in November of last year and is scheduled to go through the end of August this year, just in time for football season. And also several other major road construction projects we have going on in the northeast side of town, where we're replacing the water main at the intersection of Plymouth and Green. We're also installing a roundabout at the intersection of Nixon, Duvarin, and Green. That intersection will be closed for the summer, starting in mid-June and going through the end of August. We have several other short-term road construction projects going on throughout the city, and you can find out more about those at our website at a2gov.org/road construction.
It's time to splish, splash, and have a blast on the Huron River as the annual celebration continues in honor of our local body of water. Joining me is Cheryl Saam, Recreation Supervisor for the Ann Arbor Canoe Liveries, here to give us a scoop on the 2017 festivities. Welcome back, Cheryl.
Thank you.
So, what is this, the 37th annual?
Yes, it is. 37th Huron River
Wow.
Day.
I mean, we're getting close to the 40th.
Yeah, we'll have to celebrate.
Yeah, there'll have to be something big for the 40th. But why continue the celebration after all of these years?
Yes, it's really just to continue our awareness and appreciation of the Huron River and enjoy it. You know, learn all about it and all that it offers to our community, and what an important resource to preserve as well.
So, I mean, any day, 7 days a week, you can go to the Huron River and go to the canoe liveries and rent stuff and go out on the river. But what makes this day different than the rest?
Yes, yeah. Well, we enjoy a sponsorship by the Detroit Edison Foundation. They sponsor the festival, so then there's so many free activities because of that. And we have reduced rentals, so it's only $5 a boat to rent a boat, and it's usually $18 or $25 depending if you're doing the river trip. So it really gives an opportunity for families to all try kayaks together and get the children out on kayaks. And so it really is a great opportunity to discover the river that way. And then we also have all sorts of exhibits and activities to do, such as free fishing, and we'll have fishing poles and worms and out there on the docks.
Do you usually have to pay to fish, or?
No, it's just unless you have your own pole, you can. But this way we provide the poles and the baits and teach
license?
people. You do if you're an adult, 17 and older, but it's always free for children. So it's really geared for children.
I did want to ask you about the boating aspect. What is the age cutoff, how young?
Yes, 1 year old to be on our
really?
boats. Yeah, it's a really little, and we have life jackets that go all the way down to the
That's amazing,
1 year old size.
Because I was just telling you, I have a 1-year-old, and I did not think she was big enough to go on the river yet, but apparently she is.
And they have fun out there. It's really fun with paddle boats, canoes, or you could basically have your child on your lap in a kayak. That works as well. Yep, yeah. We also have stand-up paddle boards that day for, including our canoes and kayaks. And paddle boards, so that's fun to try, and that's free to just try for 5 minutes. Just see if you can stand up on one and if you like it.
And do you have to pay for the paddleboarding on a regular day? Is it?
Yes, and you're only at the Argo Canoe Livery usually.
Okay.
And so this festivities, the Huron River Day, is always at the Gallup Canoe Livery, and it's on Sunday, July 9th from 12 to 4. And we'll bring the boards down to Argo to enjoy.
Nice. I did want to ask you about the fishing. Do you see people catching some big stuff, or?
We do. You never know what you're going to catch. So there's everything from the little sunfish and bluegill to then all of a sudden a child will pull in a big bass. And so that's what's so exciting about fishing.
I'm sure when you get like something decent sized, you're pretty excited about it.
And the kids don't care. They're just happy to catch any sort of fish. So it's it's a really fun thing.
I feel like that's how I am when I fish too. Even if it's like this big, I'm like,
it's the thrill of catching it.
Well, and then what is it? U of M Natural History Museum is teaching people more about the river.
Yes, they bring a stream table, so you can just play with a stream table and just change the course of a river in this table. So the kids really like it with a hands-on activity. And then the Huron River Watershed Council will actually be in the river catching river critter bugs and stuff, so you can learn what lives in the river.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty fun to see it happen in front of you, too.
Yes, yeah.
And I think a few years ago you guys started having the butterfly tent there, which I think is a pretty big draw.
It is. You get to walk into a tent and feed the butterflies and have them land on your finger or something. It's super fun.
Well, you know what's interesting is I've been to the butterfly house at the Detroit Zoo, and I've actually not been to the Huron River Day with the butterfly tent, but every time I see footage of it, there's butterflies on people. Right. I've never had a butterfly land on me in any butterfly house that I've been in before. So that's pretty fun to actually like be that close to a butterfly.
It is. And once again, just the awareness of nature and appreciate it and enjoy it, and
What is your favorite part about being there for Huron River Day? Because you've been there for quite a few of them now.
Right. I think it's just the groups that come out, the families and friends that come out together that wouldn't normally be able to either afford it or they're nervous about paddling. And so this is just a great introduction to getting out and enjoying the river. And then while they're out on the boats and stuff, they also go to the river exhibits and learn about it. And you just see that a whole different group of people than I think that usually come and do our river trips and stuff. So it just targets folks from all over Southeast Michigan to have an opportunity, just a great way to discover the river.
After Huron River Day, do you see an increase in people that maybe you haven't seen at the liveries before?
Yes, absolutely, because people would just say, they're like, I didn't know that this was even here. So it's just, it also gives an awareness of that. You can get out on the river and there are boats and it's available and you can do it, that anybody can.
Well, and even let's say, maybe you're not a big water person, but there's music and there's food and stuff there too.
Right, exactly. We have a band each hour. So Washtenaw County the college comes with their jazz band, and then we have Neutral Zone coming with the teens to try to get the young. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then the Hullabaloo is also performing, which they're a favorite, and it's in a tent right next to the river. So the sound carries over the water, and it's just a really lovely scene. And there's also food available, so you can just sit down and visit one of the food trucks, listen to music, and learn about the river and enjoy it.
Is there maybe something that we could learn about the river that you could tell us right now, that maybe something that people don't typically know?
Right. So the Huron River is 100 miles long, and we're about halfway through it. And we also have the steepest section of the river. And so that's why we have like good current, like in Island Park and such. So it's really a great part of the river here. And then it empties into Lake Erie.
Okay, nice. Why don't you just tell people why they should come to the 37th annual Huron River Day?
It's all about family activities to discover the river. So there's something really for everybody, for little ones on up to adults. And there's just so much to do and explore and hands-on and also just get out on the water. It's summertime, it's Michigan, and it's boats on the river. So it's just a great opportunity to discover the river.
Yeah, well, let's hope for some rain before the day and some beautiful weather,
yes,
too.
I hope so.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Visit a2gov.org/watchctn for more on this and other programs. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.